Have you ever felt like you're doing all the things right, but you still feel exhausted, you still feel overwhelmed, you still feel stuck? Like maybe you're taking all of the supplements and you're trying to do the exercise and you're pushing through the day. Well, maybe we need to take a step back. In Ayurvedic medicine, we look at the body, mind, emotion, spirit from a very holistic way. We also look at it from the perspective of rhythms and cycles and alignment with nature. What is happening out in the environment around us is also manifesting in our own system. But most of the time, we're not paying attention and we're swimming upstream. We're fighting against those natural cycles. And those could be cycles in the day of naturally waking up and having energy, or those cycles where we need to have a little bit of rest and downtime. Or maybe it's pushing through after dinner to get everything done, but not having the energy and feeling guilty and bad about not being able to do it. So if you feel like you're trying to do everything right, maybe it's time to just take a moment and listen and see, maybe I do not need to keep pushing. I need to stop or slow down and pause and actually look at what's going on. A lot of people are running on caffeine and coffee all the time. And we feel okay. I can get through my day. If I have my coffee, then I'm fine. The reality is, though, if you take that coffee away, how do you actually feel? What's your baseline state? For a lot of people and a lot of women running around, they're going to feel exhausted. But the important thing is that this is your baseline state, and you can't keep running on reserves all the time. You've got to start rebuilding the reserves. And Ayurveda has a way of understanding those imbalances and working on strengthening and replenishing. This is called rasayana. There's many ways you can do this. And for everybody, it's going to be a little bit different. But when we start to strengthen our body, when we start to listen to those signals, when we give the rest that we need to give, when we start integrating the self-care, when we start adding in the food that is going to be nourishing for your diet, for your body, versus harsh detoxes or depleting kind of regimes of dieting, when we work at strengthening and nourishing, when we add in the customized herbs and supplements that are needed for your nervous system, for your adrenals, and whatever it is, for your hormones, now we can start looking at supporting. And that's when you can start to notice a difference. But for a lot of women, they're running in that endless cycle of, pushing until they reach a crashing point. And that's not what we want. But that's when the body gives up. It says, I cannot do this anymore. And that's when you have a breakdown. So let's not get to that point. The point is, if you take care and prevent some of these things, especially in that perimenopausal age, now you don't have to worry about hitting that wall when you become closer to that menopausal age. So the reminder is that we have a lot of information out there. We're trying to do a lot of things right, but it's not always about working harder. Sometimes it's just about working in alignment with what we need, what our bodies need, what we need according to the seasons. And it's not just physical, it's also mental, emotional. Do we need some time away from the screens? Do we need a mental break? Do we need that nourishment in terms of emotional nourishment of people caring around that, us, community? These are all the aspects that lead to better health. So remember, it's not about pushing harder. It's about aligning yourself to the natural rhythms. And Ayurveda has a way to support that.